my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me. And supporting my channel is really easy. Just like the video, subscribe, click on the notification bell of when you would like to be notified of when a new video drops, or just leave a comment. I hope that you're all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But in the meantime, join me in meeting Earth Magic Oracle cards. And this deck was created by Stephen D. Farmer, and it was published by Hay House, and it was released November 1st, 2010. So it has been out for a long time. And at that time, it retailed for $18.99. And Stephen has quite a bit of decks that he's released. Messages from your spirit animal guides, messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle, Power Animal Oracle cards, messages from the Ancestors Oracle, Shaman's Path Messages cards, Spirit Animal Messages cards, and Children's Spirit Animal cards. And also there is a book if you're interested in checking it out with Earth Magic. And you don't need the book to do the deck, but I just wanted to kind of throw this out here that he has a book that is similar to the deck. I haven't had a chance to read it. I just got it recently, but just put it in out there. And the deck specs are 5.44 height, across is 3.94, and the width is 1.63, and there are thumb indents. And the title is on all sides, which is awesome when that happens too, because I like to stack my decks with this on top. And on the back we have some teaser cards, and it says, "The earth speaks to us in many ways through the spirits of her various elements." In this deck of 48 oracle cards created by Stephen D. Farmer, you'll find descriptions and images of many of these earth elements, along with clear and concise messages from the spirits of each. Through the use of these cards, you'll uncover sensible advice that will provide guidance for questions you may have about any aspect of your life. The enclosed guidebook includes easy-to-follow instructions as well as expanded descriptions and messages for each card, allowing you to give yourself and others accurate, meaningful readings. Alright, so when we open up, just have the box color, and we have this little chunky guidebook, which we will explore. And there's no ribbon, so you pretty much have to pop the deck out. And reversals will be revealed if you use them. Okay, and the cards themselves are bigger than the tarot cards, as most oracle cards are. And as you can see, visual, this is a Rider-Waite tarot card comparison. And the cards are 5 inches height, across is 3.5, and the width of the deck is 3/4 of an inch. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at these cards, and there will be title of the card and a keyword for it. And the art is a little dated, I believe, but it has been out for a long time, so it's pretty. Those crystals. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is one of these decks that you can kind of use without the guidebook, because the images and the words, the keywords, yeah, they really complement each other. And you can just look at the card and, the image lines up with it. Right, that is all the cards. Alright, so the cardstock is flexi bendy, a little glossy. I think these cards will last you a while, made with good cardstock. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at this guidebook. And it's pretty thick. It's 175 pages. Okay. We have title, dedication, and then we have a contents page, and they are in alphabetical order. The cards are, which is always nice, makes it easy. Okay, now we have instructions for working with the Earth Magic Oracle cards. So it just basically goes into a little bit about the cards, the deck itself, and explaining a little bit about why the deck came to be, the motives behind it, I guess you could call it, and then goes on to talk about what Oracle cards are about, and then talks about what each card in the deck is about, and when you work with the cards, certain things you can do. You can meditate on the illustration and the theme. And he made them pretty easy, which is true. So beginners, experience can both use them with ease. And then we go into preparing a new deck. You can do this or not. I consider these guidelines, suggestions, not anything you have to adhere to work with your deck. It's all a personal thing. Consecrate your cards, say a prayer, storing your cards. You can follow these suggestions as well. Oracle card readings. They can be intuitively used. If you want to use the guidebook, don't feel bad about it. Nothing wrong with it. I use it all the time. If I want to find a deeper, if I'm not understanding the connection and I need a little deeper explanation, I consult the guidebook. And then talks about listen closely to your body. And then center yourself, and then think about the question. And then we have some spreads. You have a 1-card spread, a landscape spread, and a timeline spread, a relationship spread, the cross spread, and just gives you some more suggestions on how to work with the spreads and how to interpret them, And I always read that part, because sometimes they'll make suggestions and I'll be like, okay. Or they may put in a question I'm struggling with on how to ask the cards, because anybody who's done readings know it's all about the question a lot of the times. How you phrase the question, what kind of question you ask. It gives you a lot more help with interpreting the cards. Okay, then we have the general meaning of the cards. And at the top of each card, you have the name of the particular earth element with its theme directly below. So we have ancestors and generations. So that was what the card is about. And we get a picture of the card, black and white, and then we have the ancestors generation, and then we go into the background of the card. And yeah, they do a pretty deep background on the deck. They give you, the illustration and tells you what the illustration is about, and then it gives you the meaning of the card and the definition you could get out of it if you're consulting the guidebook and not intuitively. And there's no right or wrong way to read the cards. Like I said, don't feel bad if you need to look at the guidebook, especially when you're first starting out and you're learning to read the cards intuitively. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so we're just going to go through the book, and it's just the same layout. And then at the end of the book, special thanks to his wife and partner, Jessica, which is always nice. A little dedication to the wifey. And then we have about the author, and he's got his website. And I will put his socials, because sometimes they change from when they've listed them in the book. So then we have the illustration credits with the card name, the artist name, and the website. And don't know if they're still active or not, but you can check them out if you really like a certain card. And you can kind of see their other works. And we get a nice picture. And then we have some notes in another picture. And then we have Hay House, little blurb for Hay House, and an app. Not sure if it's still working or not, but get an app. All right, let's go ahead. And shuffling might be a little difficult because they are rather large cards, but you, depending on your physical limitations, and what you actually like shuffling. The rifle shuffle, probably do that. The overhand, always a favorite. And it's nice when you can't do the rifle shuffle. And then we do the side. Might not be, you might, after you get these cards a little bit worked out, they might be a little bit flexible. Or you can spread them out on your table. Pick it out that way, or just spread them out all over your table. You can cut them into piles, spread them all over your table as well, and pick them back up, put them in a pile. Totally up to you. There's no right or wrong way, which I basically say all the time. All right, so let's do one more shuffle and see what wants to come. Dawn, new beginnings. All right, let's see. Okay, the start of the day brings with it reassurance that the night has passed, making way for new opportunities, no matter what has come before. It reminds us of the predictability of the daily cycles. That first light that forecasts the sun's appearance awakens the winged ones who sing and chirp happily at the advent of another morning. It's a time of fresh beginnings from which we can create whatever kind of experience we desire. In this image, we see the rays of the sun stretching into the valley, while the sun itself peeks around the corner as if it had set its course to proceed around the bend in the river, which appears relatively still from the rest of the night. From its rest during the night, This scene exemplifies renewal and new beginnings. When you witness the initial stages of dawn without the benefit of a clock or other timepiece for a while, you may not be able to discern whether the sky is really lightening. The stars remain visible and the shadows of the night still shape the landscape. It is that way with any beginning. It is difficult to tell where the old ends and the new begins. Gradually, however, it becomes clear to your senses that the light is definitely increasing, and as you continue to observe, the world slowly wakes up, accompanied by all the sounds, smells, and freshness associated with it. Soon the first glimmer of the sun shows. A new day has begun. This is a time to say farewell to the old and honor the new by releasing any self-imposed constraints or resistance to the truth that you know. This is your chance to develop that project that you've been thinking about. Embark on that adventure that you've dreamed on going, and taking risks and initiating what your intuitive self has been telling you to do. As this prospect becomes increasingly visible and real, doubts and uncertainties may arise, but rest assured, just as dawn inevitably turns into day, by heeding your inner guidance, you will succeed. Oh, that's a nice message. Anybody who needs to hear that? All right, that is pretty much all I have for this deck. Let me know what you think about it, pros, cons. If you own it, let me know how it's working out for you. If it's not your thing, that's good as well. I'm always looking for recommendations for other people who watch my videos and look at the comments. If you have it on your wish list, I would like to hear about that. If my video made an impact on your choice, good or bad, let me know as well. Always interested in reading your comments. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.